I'll just hang out till you need me.
Okay,
But thanks for asking.
yeah, we'll need you every time we have a vote.
Right, I understand.
Okay.
Okay. Yep,
So we have quorum.
that's the mayor. Well, my phone came up mild, it always does.
Yeah, you're not muted. Just so you know, you're not muted.
Oh, okay, well, what? Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can hear everything you said. So.
Oh, well, and Diana and the dog will be joining in.
Put them on the roll.
Yeah. Yes. All right. We'll call this city council meeting to order on 4/22/26 at 5:30 p.m. And we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let the roll call show that we have Councilmember Miller excused and Councilmember Urbanik excused. And we have Richard Root on the phone. So we do have a quorum. All right, and I will be taking Councilmember Root's safety seconds. And I just want to remind everybody that we are continuing to really value pedestrian safety in our community, and with that you've probably seen some changes that we've made in the intersections with the lights that remind people that if there is a pedestrian in the intersection that they need to stop, and they need to stop on those striped intersections until the pedestrian is fully out of the intersection, not just out of their lane. So that's it. All right, moving on to general business. We have the Price City Library recognition. Did we have anybody from the library? All right, I'll read it anyway. So, the Utah State Library would like to recognize Price City Library for outstanding service to their community during the 2025 fiscal year. Please accept our congratulations on earning the Quality Library Award. The Quality Library Award is a designation that the state library determines during recertification, which is an annual process that requires public libraries to submit reports, data to indicate that their services are in accordance with the state library standards. The Quality Library Award is a secondary application for library directors to indicate that the work that they and their staff have accomplished rises above and beyond these standards. The purpose of this award is to recognize libraries and the dedicated people who work within them who are offering exemplary work in their communities. In other words, the Quality Library Award provides an opportunity for the state library to highlight transformational services that may not be obvious in the standard recertification process. As a quality library, your institute is an active, involved, and vital part of the community, and it provides resources and services beyond the four walls of the library with exemplary outreach to residents. The best libraries seek to serve their communities in specific ways to address local needs. The efforts being made at your library demonstrates an awareness of community needs with an appropriate and helpful response by the library. Commitment to excellent library service indicates teamwork. It takes leadership from directors, funding, support from the city and county government, and dedication from all library staff, and support from the communities, training for staff, and the board, and planning and careful attention to work. So congratulations to our library. All right, item B. We need consideration and possible approval of for myself to proclaim April as a Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
I'll make that motion that we approve the proclamation for Sexual Assault Awareness Month as April.
I'll second.
Richard seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All
Aye.
right, with that, I will read the proclamation. In recognition and support of Sexual Assault Awareness Month, Whereas in Utah, 1 in 3 women and 1 in 7 men will experience intimate partner violence in their lifetime. Compared to the nation, it is estimated that Utah has a higher rate of sexual assault. In recognizing that sexual assault is a prominent and persuasive issue, we, the City of Price, understand the necessity of providing service and supporting and believing survivors of sexual assault. We also recognize the dire need for prevention efforts directed towards ceasing the occurrence of sexual assault. We, the City of Price, most importantly know we can increase the quality and togetherness of our community by creating an environment where sexual assault is unacceptable. We hereby pledge to start by believing and showing our unwavering support to survivors of sexual assault. Now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Terry Willis, Mayor of Price, do proclaim the month of April to be Sexual Assault Awareness Month. In recognition and support of Sexual Assault Awareness Month, CAPSA and survivors of sexual assault, the City of Price hereby officially recognize April as Sexual Assault Month. Together, we are capable of making a difference in the lives of many. This April, start by believing, start by standing against sexual assault. The City of Price does. Do you have anything else you would like to say?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
No, we're talking to the audience now, Richard.
Oh,
I am absolutely blown away by the support of you all in our community. I know that we can make a difference. We can provide knowledge and support to so many other people, and united we stand, and it is only that unity and what will make the change. And this is the first step of many I myself am going to do. And walking around the town seeing the businesses of Price painted till is more than anything I have dreamed of. And I hope everybody will come to the event on Tuesday, and I'll see you all there. And I appreciate you, Mayor, so much. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Moving on, Community Progress Appointment. Consideration and possible approval of appointment of Christian Olson to the Price City Progress Committee. Richard, would you like to make that motion?
I would love to make that motion. Christian's going to be a great, great person to have with us, and has already given us some really good input.
Do I hear a second?
So I make the motion to approve Christian Olson.
I'll second that.
All right, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All
Aye.
right. All right, moving on to item D. Agreement and term extension possible. Consideration and possible approval of the extension of term of agreement for the Price City Attorney Services. Nick?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. This stems from the prior action the council took to change the rate, and so that becomes effective at the end of the term of this agreement. And this is the exercise of the option of the extension.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve the agreement term extension for the Price City Attorney Services.
I will second that.
All right, I have an approval and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Okay, motion passes. All right, replacement vehicle purchase for the police department. Consideration and possible approval to purchase a 2026 Dodge Durango from Young Commercial Automotive on the state contract WDEH-75 for $35,188. The vehicle replaces unit number 1440, a 2017 Ford Taurus. Miles, you're on.
So with the vehicle going down to add the engine problems with, we needed to expedite the purchase of a replacement. And with that replacement, it's faster to go through the state contract and just to put a bid process out for a month. And so with that, elected to go that direction, found the vehicle, the specs that they needed for their needs, and got that identified. And typically, we do go out for bid on vehicles, and that's what we're doing on the next one for the fire department, but this one going down, we need to get it replaced faster. I don't know if Chief has any more comments to it.
Not any more than what you just said. We appreciate the fleet committee taking consideration, but in getting this process.
Can I ask a question?
Yes?
If we can get them at that price, why aren't we buying two? I know we need them. I know that the police department, I'm just asking, just as if we have enough money in the budget and we could do that, why wouldn't, at that price, why wouldn't we buy two? Just a question.
We have one more in the budget for next year, and that's what I was totally expecting that we would do, Mayor. Is use that for next year's
The
purpose.
budget year's coming up in July, so.
Yeah, we will be looking at that as soon as the new budget year comes into play. Rich? so-
Okay, and, which is it? Yeah, that's coming up soon. So.
Yes.
The only reason I'm asking Terry is because vehicles just keep going up. So it would, in my mind, if we've got one for next year and one for this year, if we can get them for that price, let's get two. But whatever.
Yeah, I think right now, this year, we don't have it in the budget for a second vehicle, do we, Lisa?
We budgeted for,
This one's gotta be emergency.
different grant, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, if it had been there, that would be a good idea, but we will hopefully move on that as soon as we can at the first of the budget year so that we can get it while the vehicles' prices are still in line.
Okay.
Okay, with that, I would need a motion.
Just one more question.
I would.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's the time frame on this? So approval tonight, how long until it arrives?
It should be before July.
Before July? Okay.
Yeah.
It'll actually work out really good because of the replacement that will be filling said vehicle. They actually have some field training to go through, so this will give us time to get it equipped and get it striped and everything, so.
Okay.
Thanks for the
Great, thank you.
question.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve the purchase of this vehicle for the police department.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Motion passes. All right, moving on. Wait. We have a
Oh, she's got that pocket
Yeah.
money for you.
we have a copy for you.
Thank you. It's gonna bring me another. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to item F. Water leasing, Price Wellington Canal. Consideration and possible approval to lease surplus water shares for Pioneer 1, Pioneer 2, Price Water Company, all red ditches within the price range of $15 to $25 an acre foot. Miles, can you fill us in on that?
Sure. Price City owns a number of water shares on the Price Wellington Canal in those four companies that are listed there on the agenda. About 1,500 acre feet of water is what we lease out each year of that water. We have a little bit more in in the Price Water Company. We have an agreement with the canal, we need a little bit more in the water in town for our water users to get the water irrigated in town. And we lease these out annually, each year. We don't do multi-year leases, we just do the same year lease. Priority is given to existing shareholders that are on the canal, because you can really only deliver it on the canal. And the pricing of the shares, as mentioned, is going to be between 15 and 25. The reason is a range, because right now the direct flow rate is about 30% delivery, which is pretty low. And usually our typical prices are around $22 a share. Excuse me, $22 an acre foot, not a share. Set it backwards. And with that, we may have to go a little lower than that because they're only worth 30% this year. So this way we have a range. We can try, and if we have to drop it some more, we can drop it some more. So this is the way we've done it before. We've approved the range with the council. We want to make sure we lease them out, all of them we can, to show beneficial use each year.
And you said there's 50? The city has 50 acre feet?
1,500 acre feet.
1,500 acre feet. Okay.
Yes. It varies by ditch because each ditch's share is worth a different amount of acre feet. For example, on Pioneer, one share is worth an acre foot, whereas on the other ditches, it takes over 8 shares to get an acre foot. So it just depends on the ditch, what the shares are worth. So we have to probably choose a rate per acre foot.
And Miles, where does that leasing money go?
It goes into, back into our general fund. This has been, we pay assessments every year on these water shares. So as of 2021, we're finally able to get some revenue on our shares to help pay for those assessments.
And those assessments in the water fund?
They're in the water fund.
Yeah, so it's
Specifically, that's true, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
they
it
go
goes
back to,
against that.
yeah.
So they go into it goes into the water fund to pay those assessments.
Yeah, that's offset that.
Okay.
We haven't leased to the local public for a couple of years because we were able to lease some water to the Colorado River the last, two of the last 3 years, yeah. To get some additional revenue from there, but now we're back to leasing locally. So.
Any other questions?
No, I'll make a motion that we approve the Price Wellington Canal Water Leasing Program for 2026.
Second?
I'll second that, Terry.
Oh, Richard. Okay. All right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay. Moving on to item G, Project 9C 2026, City Hall IT Cooling. Consideration and possible approval of successful bidder Snow Heating and Air Conditioning to install additional cooling and replace the existing unit in the IT service area at City Hall for $28,500, as well as approval of the proposed agreement. Bid from, sorry, I ran out of reading here. Bid from Snow Heating and Air Conditioning was the only bid received.
Well, that's, I guess my question is, why did we only, you can't answer this, nobody can. How come we only got one bid? I would be surprised that some of these other businesses didn't want to bid on that.
We had at least 2 other local companies look at the job and kind of do a walkthrough with us, but they chose not to bid.
Okay, all right, well, thanks, Miles.
You bet.
So what's the bid cost?
It is
28.5.
$28,500.
That's for 2 units. We're adding a new unit to the room because it's a server room. We're adding a new one to the room, and then we're going to take the old one that's in there out and replace it too, so we have a redundancy system of 2 units.
Yeah, I understand that whole thing. I used to deal with that myself, so. If you only have one bid, there isn't anything else you can really do, is there?
Other than you guys need to approve it, so I need a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve Project 9C 2026 to Snow's Heating and AC for $28,500.
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Moving on, Project 10C 2026, Police Department handheld spectrometers. Consideration and possible approval of the purchase of the Metro Ohm Tactic ID mobile handheld Raman spectrometer from Silent 6 for $32,928. 6 bids were received from 5 vendors ranging from $30,685 to $42,175 with 5 different brands represented. The unit selected has the features and specifications which best meet the department's needs. The department was able to obtain a grant funding for the purchase. Chief, do you want to speak to this?
Yeah, a little bit. As times change, so does technology. So through the years, the police department we have a little lab downstairs to test all of our narcotics that come in. So this is going to allow us to actually take it out in the field with us rather than our chemical NIC test that we have. Again, it's technology. It's been around for a little while. We just haven't had the money for it. So Captain Ratcliffe worked his butt off to get this grant passed. So it's important for our guys. It's safer. We can actually, we don't have to take the product out of the bag.
That's what I was going to ask. Is it a safer way to
Much
test?
safer, yes. So this is just another advancement that Price City is allowing us to use for the police department. So thank you.
So you use this device and point it at a substance and it will tell you what it is?
Yes, some, not all,
Not all.
not all, but most.
And Miles, you had something you wanted to
I
add?
just wanted to point out that we're not going with the lowest bid in this case. We're going with the best bid for the department's needs. That's why we're going with the $32,000 bid. Because the one at $30,000 did not have the features, all the features that they want. And our policy allows that to make sure they have the best bid.
Plus an extended warranty.
Yes, the warranty factor into it.
Yeah, so with technology, we just gotta expect we're gonna be sending it back.
Any other questions?
No. I think that sounds like a nifty little device.
Sounds
Yeah.
like it's gonna be, yes.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion that we approve the Metron Tactic ID mobile handheld Raman spectrometer, Silent 6 for $32,928.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. And the Upper Price River Watershed Plan, EIS Horak Scope of Work Modification, consideration and possible approval of a modification for the scope of work for Horrocks to assist Price to complete the plan EIS for the lower elevation reservoir project. Miles?
So you recall last meeting, we approved 2 requests to NRCS to extend our project time period for another year to get the EIS completed, as well as a separate request for additional funding that we need to get the job done. Thanks to the county, we still have some funding available right now that we can keep moving forward with. And the $105,000 amount that Horrocks is asking for, we can move forward with a lot of the project while we're waiting to hear back from NRCS to see if they'll give us more funding. And we're hoping to keep this moving forward. We were stalled for a while with the change with Carbon Canal, and we're ready to move forward.
So how does this affect
Oh.
the timeline?
Timeline is, it's going to take us until next spring to get this all done.
Next spring?
We've got to go back and rework all the sizing on the reservoir and the diversion, as well as the piping, take out the piping for Carbon Canal.
Okay,
So
so,
those kind of changes, so that's the kind of work they're going to have to do to make the changes.
This just allows us to keep moving forward. When we get that funding, then we can guarantee we'll be finished by the end of this next deadline, because we won't get another extension.
okay.
So,
This document I gave you today, because they had the wrong math on the previous memo that you had in your packet. The task amounts did not add up to the total $105,000 previously. They realized they made a mistake on the math. It only included one engineer's wages instead of the whole team when they put that together. So the total amount we're approving is still $105,000, hasn't changed. We're just making it more accurate with the task amounts.
Okay.
That's that new copy is right in front of you there. Except for Richard's going to trust us in that end.
And it says in here that the term environmental justice also has to be removed.
Probably does.
I've seen that's executive order from the,
yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay. So be it.
All right.
I'll make a motion that we approve the Upper Price River Watershed Plan EIS or scope of work modification.
I'll second that.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, moving on. Consent agenda. Is there any items that anyone needs to pull off of the consent agenda and discuss?
I would like to hear an update on the transmission line staging area and the emergency watershed project.
So the staging area, we have, as you know, we had approved the purchase of a lot of pipe last meeting. The pipe's on its way next month. We have not got a contractor yet in mind. We're still finishing the design. We wanted to make sure the pipe was available for the project because of there could be challenges with supply. About the time we put together the package for the pipe bids, Iran showed up, or Trump showed up, however you want to say it, but anyway, that put some question in the market. And so we were lucky to get our bids in when we did, lock in the price. But the pipe has got to go sit somewhere for a couple of months while we get the contractor figured out. So the staging area, if you've been driving through Price Canyon the last couple of years, you'll know that this is where all the power line, I think we had that huge transmission line, they have a big stage area right there at the top of the hill, right, the top cabin. And that's where we're renting that same space again from not again, but renting from the same place that they did with this John Woolsey. And it'll be an annual payment of $15,000 at the beginning of each year. We use it, probably use it for at least 2 years, could be longer. And it gives us a convenient spot, a central spot for the pipe to be for the contractor to have it. So there's no staging area there, you can stage this whole operation there too, not just the pipe. There's a nice tight spot around the back, around the corner where you can't see the pipe from the highway too. I feel good about that. It's not out of plain sight too. So almost 50-foot lengths of pipe, it takes a pretty good load to move it off the pile. But that's what we're doing with the staging area. The question on the EWP project, we received the notice of award the same day as last on the 8th. We received the notice of award the same day we had the council meeting last time, so we couldn't put it on the agenda. So we went ahead and signed it, sent it back immediately because the 220-day deadline to get this thing done. We wanted to keep it moving, so we had the mayor sign. Now it's just ratifying that signature on the notice of award. We have met with the consultant, with Johansson Tuttle, and also with NRCS. We had 13 sites. We're narrowing that down to 5 primary projects that the budget would never be able to fund all 13. So we said, what's our priorities? And got those narrowed down and beginning to look closer at those and make sure we have the right scope on each of those so we can start working on design. And that'll happen. We're meeting every other week with the NRCS and Johansson Tuttle on design. So we'll move forward. This notice of award was just signing for the project. We already applied for our side. They gave us the notice of award to sign. We already got the signed copy back from NRCS the next day, and they sent it back to us.
So, I couldn't hear a lot of that. Miles was breaking up really bad. Russell, I will, oh man. You know more about water than any of the rest of us, and I understand it's a staging area for the pipe.
Yes, the pipe that we've already purchased.
Yeah, that we approved to buy.
Yeah, pre-purchased. And it's the same staging area that we saw when they were doing the big electric project up there.
Okay.
So we will be staging our pipe, and then our construction people can also use that as a staging area for their equipment for that project.
So is there a cost to that staging area?
Yes.
$15,000 a year.
Oh.
Yeah, $15,000 a year.
And is it secure? I mean, is it?
Yes,
Fenced in, yes. Lock fence.
it's fenced in and locked.
I will yield to Russell because I couldn't hear what he said, and I know Russell has a lot of knowledge about water, and I know Miles does too. So I couldn't understand much of that description. So you guys carry on, and I will go with whatever the other 2 councilmen recommend.
Great, that's a lot of trust, Richard.
So,
Well, Russell, you're the water guy. I mean, you.
all right.
So that sounds great, thank you. What's the timeline on the delivery for the pipe?
Start showing up next month.
Next month?
Yeah, the question was that delivery timeline, Rich, and he said the pipeline will start showing up next month.
Well, we need to protect that pipe because we paid a lot of money for it, so.
Yep, we will.
If it's a secure area, and if it costs us, so if it's only there for a month or two, do we get a lesser cost?
Oh, it'll be there for probably up to 2 years
Ah,
while we're doing this
okay.
project.
Okay, so that negates that idea.
Yeah,
All right.
okay. All right, do we want to move forward with the consent agenda then?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Okay. Do I have a motion for the consent agenda? Items A through F.
I'll move that we approve consent agenda items A through F.
I'll second that.
And I have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 All right. All right, moving on. Public comment. Do we have anyone, knowing that we limit to 2 minutes and no action can be taken on discussed items that aren't agended? All right, seeing nobody jumping up, we'll move
Jerry,
on.
I have one. I guess, can I speak?
Yeah,
from
we're
being
moving to
public?
unfinished business, so you can speak.
Oh,
You want to
okay.
speak now? All right.
Yeah, I would like to say that I would like to recommend to Price City and the Price City Council. I attended an amazing class today at this conference that I'm down to on conflict resolution. And if the next 2 days are just as good, I would like to recommend that most of the new council people and the existing council people that haven't been there get the opportunity to go. That's all I'd like to say.
Yes, we'd like to make that opportunity available
If
for
it's
council to
budgetary-
attend League of Cities and Towns as possible.
Yeah, if it's, and I know it's a budget, there's dollars and I'm lucky this doesn't cost me a dime, so
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
There is some budget for training put in, and of course it'll reset this coming July. So by the
July.
time the fall meeting comes, we probably will be able to send, somebody else down for that
That'd be
training. So,
great. That'd be great.
okay. All right. Any other unfinished business? With that, I will take a motion to close the meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting closed at 6:02.
Nick, are you still there?
Yeah, Nick, Rich wants to talk to you.
Coming.
All right.
Okay.